Just tap the number and it will tell you a little bit more about the artifact.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. And in we go. Are you excited?
I am very excited.
I don't know what. I'm excited. I'm apprehensive as well.
Are you?
Yes.
What? How it's going to turn out?
Yeah, we've been given an audio guide though.
We have. And if we get into the water, you press this and it transponds.
Better than a whistle in case you land in a disco.
This is down at the Manchester Central.
That's
We're at
right.
Manchester Central.
In the Exchange Hall.
In the Exchange Hall, this is where you come.
Yes.
But everyone's been very lovely and friendly.
Very lovely and friendly.
Yes.
I wouldn't think that at least probably one of us is not going to make it out of here.
I know. So, amongst this exhibition, we've got some fantastic things. And one of the first things we've come across is the captain.
Good evening, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Welcome both.
Thank you both. But you're not really the captain of the Titanic, are
Don't
you?
tell anybody, I'm Daryl.
Yes.
Daryl Bradford.
So keep it quiet. So how come you got this job as the captain, Daryl?
I'm an actor.
Yes.
And we do all sorts of little jobs in between. And this job came along. Somebody said they're looking for a captain at the Birmingham exhibition at the NEC. And I'd already played a naval officer in World on Fire,
Right.
a Sunday night drama
Yeah.
series a few years
Yes.
ago. And I filmed the Dunkirk scene, so I've kind of got the look already.
Yes.
I sent in my pictures in uniform, and they were like, "You've got the job." So I turned up, and the rest is history. This is about my 5th exhibition. School kids learn about it in their school. It's part of their curriculum. It's wonderful. And I sort of host. I kind of run the ship, host it. I can answer questions. I'm in character. We do lots of photo opportunities. Wonderful little job.
And Captain
Wonderful.
Smith is always this sort of tragic figure, or is he the hero or the villain?
Well,
he went down with the
He
ship,
went
of
down with the
course,
ship.
famously.
He did.
But
There are
then-
lots of stories, lots of, sort of stories of witnesses of what he did, and he was rescuing children and all sorts. Believe what you wish, but
Yes.
I'd like to think he was a nice person.
Yes, although I know that George Bernard Shaw said, why should we celebrate Captain Smith for going down with the ship? So did the ship's cat.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of ill feeling towards
Jenny
him.
the cat.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
In comparison to ships these days, not massive, but for its time, was it a massive ship?
It was the biggest
The
at
biggest.
the time. And the unsinkable ship, of course. Although that actually wasn't used as a description of it till after the sinking of the Titanic.
So it was irony. It's a shame, isn't
And you
it?
can see here,
Are these the rivets?
they're the rivets.
Right.
So that's
Well, how many of them must have been on that ship?
thousands and thousands, millions. There you are. 3 million rivets. Wow. Used and had to be knocked in by hand.
No. Ah, yeah, there was no tools, I suppose, like Black
No.
and Decker or something like that.
Good evening, sir, and welcome aboard the Titanic. Have a safe and pleasant trip, and I shall see you aboard shortly.
Second. She should be third, surely. You should. I'm first class. Thank you.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
Yes, what are you doing here? This is first class.
Well,
You
there-
were second. Did you not hear the captain?
Is that sec?
Yes, down there, near the wharf. Right, so I just defined my luxury suite, I suppose, and my servants.
There's no way I'm going down there.
Why? You don't really go down anywhere.
It's full of
Common people. Oh,
lice and everything.
well, all right, you can come to my suite, but you'll have to wait on.
Wait up.
Yes.
I look good in a pinny.
Here.
I'm on a genuine seat.
I know you're on a genuine seat, but
This is a
are you
real
allowed
seat.
to sit on it? This seat here
Yes.
is the same as they had on the Titanic in this dining room.
In the dining
But
room?
this one was used on the Olympic,
Right.
the sister ship.
Oh.
Yeah, and the thing is, it says on the sign, anybody who sits on it is cursed for life.
No, I am. At least for the last 4 years. It was written on board the Titanic by first-class passenger William Henry Dickinson, private secretary to J. Bruce Ismay. He was rich, weren't he?
Bruce Ismay, he owned the shipping line.
Oh, right. It survives because William posted the letter whilst the ship was anchored in Queenstown, now Cobb's Island.
Cove.
Oh, right. There's definitely a B there
Are
that
you
makes it
filming
Cobb.
it? Oh.
No? And William died in the sinking and his body was recovered by the crew of them. I didn't realise there was any bodies recovered.
So that's what I was saying before. If you go to the cemetery in Halifax, Nova Scotia,
Yeah.
loads of people buried there and the bodies were collected out of the sea. So, for example, the orchestra leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was from Colne.
Right.
And he was found, so he was deceased.
Colne?
Colne.
How's it on?
Near Boundary Mill.
Oh.
There's actually a statue to him there.
Right.
And Wallace Hartley, he was called. So he was found, his body was found, and still strapped to him was his violin in its case. It had been given to him by his fiancée.
Wow.
So yes, lots of bodies were brought back.
Well, that's
And of
even
course,
sadder.
Yeah, and
Oh. First class napkin and napkin ring. First class cutlery. The things they
Yes.
take into account these days.
I know, so it's all very posh, isn't it? Made by Elkington. The metal tableware is made by Elkington. They were in Sheffield.
Right.
And then the crockery and that is the finest stuff. And there's Mappin and Webb silverware on there as well.
So if this is first class, what would third class and second class be eating off and eating with?
Would be like in your house.
Just looking at a first class dresser. Well, we're having a lovely cruise, aren't we?
Beautiful.
Are you writing a letter home?
I have just written a letter home.
What have you written, Flower?
I've written, Dear Agent, is there not a better contract available? I'll do anything. Pantos, summer season. I'll even work with puppets. Just get me off this show. Please send word as soon as possible.
I suggest you shape up or ship out. This lady fascinates me.
Yes.
Tell me all about her.
Well, she became known as the unsinkable Molly Brown, and she had a musical
Yes.
written about her. So she, as it says here, was reading in her cabin when the Titanic struck the iceberg.
Wow.
She managed to escape. She got on the Carpathia, the rescue ship, and she set up a committee to raise money for those that had survived.
Right.
And she gave evidence at the inquiries. And she kind of got people together to try and make clothes and do stuff ready for the people when they landed at New
Was she
York.
rich?
Yeah, she was a socialite,
Which means what?
just like you.
I'm a socialite.
Yes.
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 Mm.
I thought you were a cellulite.
More of a stalactite. Yeah, of course, we're having a lot of fun here today.
Yeah, well, I mean, from that point of view, it's a fantastic interactive exhibition. There's lots of sets to go in, aren't there?
Yeah.
And facts and things like that. So it is fun, and really for the kids as well, for exploring it and learning as you kind of interact.
But of course, the meaning cannot be lost on us of what that fateful night must have been like.
Absolutely. So in terrible icy conditions, April 1912, they're never sure how many people were actually on the Titanic because proper records weren't kept, and there are accounts of them getting in the lifeboats, and there were already stowaways in the lifeboat. But yes, ultimately, of course, over 1,000 people lost their lives that night in appalling conditions. Terrible even for the survivors, because the crew, the rules were that when they hit the water, they were sacked.
Right.
So some had to pay back for the loss of their uniforms.
No.
Yeah. So, and of course, if you did survive and you ended up in New York, how could you get home? You had to sail across the Atlantic again, didn't you?
Did you have to pay for that again then?
Yeah, and I mean, they must have been terrified to go back to sea after everything that they'd gone through. And the Carpathia, the rescue ship, there were thunderstorms and things. They were in a terrible situation. The rescue ship was full. It was a liner at sea anyway, so it's full of passengers. Then to have all the survivors packed on it as well must have been a truly horrifying experience in its own right. So yes, it's a fun interactive exhibition. I think it's fantastic.
I think it's brilliant, really. Enjoying it, if that's the right word.
And we have enjoyed it, but of course there are the moments where you also hear about the survivors, you see what was happening on that night, and of course, as we've said before, it is also a grave.
It is. I say, iceberg ahead. Find him.
Who? No.
Captain Smith.
No.
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 Did he go down with it, or did he get off, do you think?
No. He died on it.
How do you know that, though? That's another thing you forget, of course. Because it was so long ago, the modes of communication, of getting a message to, so they've hit this iceberg, they know they're going down.
Yeah.
How do they tell other people that they're in trouble?
Well, they couldn't really. So they had the Marconi system. They received ice reports, but in those days, the radio wireless operators went off duty at a certain time. It wasn't a 24-hour service. It was brand new. It was such a new thing. And so they had ice reports. They did send some reports out to other ships. That's how the Carpathia found out and came.
Right.
But they also thought there was a ship that was nearer that actually sailed away from the sinking and didn't help. And the other thing was that flares, you put up distress flares today, they weren't used as distress flares in those days. So out of the report and inquiry came the fact you should have lifeboats. You should have a lifeboat drill because they had equipment. Nobody knew where it was or how to use it. They didn't practice. And flares were used for distress purposes, and you had now lookouts and wireless operators on duty 24 hours a day.
No Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi.
I'm exhausted, but I do need to keep my figure looking slender and tender, so I'm going to pop to the gym, which I've just discovered they actually had on the Titanic.
They did have a gym, didn't they? And they had Turkish baths as well. This is a recreation of what would have been the latest gym equipment look.
Well, it looks very comfortable.
Yes, a mechanical horse. And you could do fencing lessons and all kinds of things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you see I just edited myself there?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice to see.
So, was this for men, for women, for first class, second class?
No.
No?
First class, I should think. Men. Yeah, women wouldn't have gone into the gym.
Turkish baths?
Yes.
That must have been a very new thing.
Yes, but very, very popular. These tiles are identical to the ones that we used on the Titanic.
But not from the Titanic.
No, but the Titanic sank. It's at the bottom of the ocean,
Yeah, but so this here is an incredibly rare floor tile from a third-class area of the Olympic.
Yeah, that's from the Olympic, but here we've got some remnants of third-class chinaware.
From
the Titanic.
Not just White Star Line.
Well, White Star Line. So there you would sit in a room like this, look, in third class.
It's very Metropole
Long
Blackpool,
tables,
isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
It's nice.
Not bad, is it? Better than we have now, isn't it?
Well,
it's clean and everything.
It looks clean, and I guess an incredible, because there was no phones or anything to go on. I'm guessing it was an incredibly social activity time on the ship.
And it says here you would eat things like rice soup, roast beef with gravy and boiled potatoes, plum pudding and fruit.
Not bad life, is it? Yeah, that'd
better
do.
Than you get now.
It is. It's better than a pot noodle.
Yeah, and it'd be in date.
Here. Only a handful of Titanic deck chairs are known to have survived.
Yes.
This particular chair was recovered by the crew of the cable ship Minia, which had been chartered for recovery of the bodies who perished on the disaster.
Yes, so they rescued this chair. So
this is from the Titanic.
This is from the Titanic. In the sea, of course, people were hanging on to bits of furniture and things like that.
Because wood floats.
So they'd be doing, and I mean, that worked in their favour for flotation, but also you'd be in the sea with furniture and all kinds of stuff trying to survive. And of course, it was freezing. I mean, you wouldn't last long in the sea. But yes, people were kind of trying to sit on these sorts of things, and this one was rescued. So there you are. there are lots of things in this exhibition that have actually come off the Titanic. Oh, you are hard to please.
Included this, everybody.
Yes.
Included this. Look, this here is a fragment of the Titanic's grand staircase handrail.
Yes.
Very intricate.
So you can see, can't you, on the picture?
Yeah.
How that would have been. But it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
So that again was rescued.
Yes.
On the body recovery ship on the 26th of April 1912.
That means somebody's body was holding on to that when it was found.
Possibly.
That's sad.
It is, yeah. Worse, in actual fact. So don't feel down.
Okay.
Don't feel down, love. Let's go.
Well, of course, the fascination has survived since 1912. People have been fascinated with this ship and indeed what happened to it and everything.
Yeah.
And people still visit the Titanic, including this gentleman, Dick Barton.
Yes, that's right. He has been down on 22 dives to the wreck of the Titanic. And earlier, we had a little chat with him. So we've bumped into yet another VIP here with close connections to the Titanic.
Indeed.
Do you want to tell us all about your
Yeah,
connections?
absolutely. Yeah, good evening. I've been diving the wreck for a very long time now, 22 dives on the wreck over a series of 9 years. I was director of operations for RMS Titanic, who are the legal appointed guardians of the wreck based in the US. And our responsibility was to effectively map the wreck, look after it, record her denudation, and also recover artifacts under legal guidance.
Right.
And the purpose of those artifact recoveries was to take them on worldwide exhibition to share the experience.
Okay, and what's your opinion when people say that the artifacts should remain with Titanic?
Well, everyone's entitled, of course, their own opinion, and it's a very emotive subject. We created legal maritime precedent, which is very exciting. And as a consequence of that, we were able to take those artifacts around the world. We met some most amazing people, and I would say easily 90% of our support was favourable. Particularly when we reunited people with their belongings or relationships of relations. And so it was a very good experience and very humbling in many ways.
And so many of the artifacts that are down with the Titanic weren't actually used because a lot of them were brand spanking new, weren't they?
Absolutely. The journey was the new life. And people were packed, ready to go. They sold their house and home, third class, through to second. Of course, first was a different story. But and finding those artifacts was just so exciting. And as you travel across the seabed in a submersible, it's very hard to differentiate what you're looking at because of the depth and the visibility and the currents and everything else. But I think we did a good job, actually.
What's it like when you get close to the Titanic? Describe that feeling.
I was probably the most fortunate ever in my first dive out there 22. It was the iconic wreck moment of the bow because you're never quite sure where you're going to land on the seabed. And I literally was 50 meters away. We turned the lights on and there it was. And we tracked up and I thought, my goodness, the height of this, the size, dimension, the enormity. And then you sort of try and park those emotions because we're actually there for a job. As commercial operators, commercial divers, we have to sort of be more focused on the where and rather than the wow.
And how difficult is that?
Very challenging. Yeah, it is challenging. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're in there with 3 men, big lads, in a 2.1 meter diameter sphere for best part of 18 hours.
Wow. I mean, that must be just one of the most magical experiences that many of us will never see.
Well, and absolutely, and it's a very privileged position, and that's exactly why we're fortunate enough to do it, to spread that and share that experience. And it's because it's a unique club, and there's more people who have been to the moon than been to Titanic.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful experience.
And finally, how important is it for people to not forget the Titanic?
I don't think you can forget the Titanic. Look, here we are now, and kids of the smallest to the biggest. There's a fascination in Titanic with your 6 or 96. There's a romance, there's an intrigue, there's a story of something that will draw you to it. It's a great story.
Absolutely. And we should say you are here for the duration of the exhibition, aren't you? Meeting people, talking to
absolutely,
people.
Mark. Yeah, so here for the whole duration, right through to the 25th of this month, of August, doing presentations every day to whoever wants to come and listen, and just experiencing Titanic. And the boys here, White Star Heritage, have done a great job, I must admit.
Well,
Well, I think it's been fascinating here today.
Has indeed, and it's here for about a month. And there's been something to entertain,
Yeah,
to educate,
Yeah.
to make you think,
definitely.
and to remember those that perished.
So people should definitely book to come and see this exhibition.
Yes,
shouldn't they?
now it's booking very well, so
Is
if you're
it?
going to come and see it.
How long's it here
quite
for?
quick. For about a month.
Right.
Yes.
So you've only got a month to see all this.
Yes.
And it is worth it.
Oh, definitely. It
Well,
certainly is.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to have a little perch here
Yeah.
and look out over the sea.
Yes.
As we say, thanks for watching
Yeah.
this week's episode of Your Manchester.